Hey everybody, welcome to Gospel Piano Lessons for Beginners. This is Year 2, Lesson 51, and today we are almost finished the Year 2 series. We're going to be doing 7th chords in the key of G flat, our last key of the year, and we're also going to be learning a brand new song called Create in Me a New Heart. If you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe, like this video, and head on over to the Gospel Method to get your free handouts that go with tonight's lesson. There we go. Just go over to thegospelmethod.com, free resources, and you can create a free membership and access our musician's toolkit, our indexes, and all of the lessons starting from year 1. We have 99 resources in here just from the last 2 years, and we'll be finishing off this series next week, so there will be 100. So that worked out perfectly. So go over to thegospelmethod.com, free resources. You will have to create an account, but it is totally free, and you can follow along with tonight's lesson. So let's jump right into our class of the day. We're going to be doing, like I said, 7th chords in the key of G flat. Now we have our G flat major scale up here. In the beginning of this unit, we did talk about the scale and all of the regular chords that go in the G flat major scale and in the key of G flat. So if this is a new key for you, go back a couple lessons and we break that down really slowly. Tonight we're going to be talking about 7th chords and some of the ones you might see in the key of G flat. So the formula for all these 7th chords is the same as in C and F and all the other keys we've done, but we'll just talk about some of the ones that we're going to run across in our song today. So the first type of 7th chord is our dominant 7th chord. This is a lot of people would just call it like it's the kind of the regular 7th, the normal 7th chord. And all you need to do is make your chord, so B flat 7 is our example for tonight. All you need to do is make your B flat chord, B flat, major, and then you're going to find your B flat and go down 2 half steps. And that will give you an extra note to add in, and that is the 7th chord. Okay, that is the 7th of the chord. The other way you can do it, the long way, just so you know where we come up with that note, is you would play your chord in root position, so B flat on the bottom, and then you would go up 1, 2, 3 half steps extra, and you'd get that A flat. Okay, so you can see that in the formula. So the first 3, this is going to create your major chord, and then to make it a dominant 7th, we would just go up an extra 3 half steps at the end. Okay, but the easiest way to think of it is just think of it as find your note, so B flat is the name of our chord, and just go down 2. And that will give you all the letters you need. And then you can rearrange that any way you like, as long as you have those 4 notes. Okay, the other type of 7th chord is our minor 7th chord. The one we might see tonight is A flat minor 7. So this one, again, you're just going to make your regular chord first, A flat minor, find your A flat, go down 2 half steps, and it's now a 7th chord. Okay, so here you can see root, 3rd, and 5th, so that creates our minor chord, our A flat minor. And then if we go up from there, go up 3, 1, 2, 3, that's where we get that G flat. Okay, so you can see here it's listed out in order. Okay, and then the last type of 7th chord we have is the major 7th chord, and this one does actually have M-A-J written inside of the chord symbol. Okay, so if it said G7, it is a major chord, but we would just call it a G7 chord. If it had G-M-A-J7, it would be a G major 7 chord. So they are different, even though when you say it, it kind of makes it confusing. But in this case, we're going to have C flat major 7. So again, just make your C flat major chord, just a regular C flat. So in this case, it would be our G flat, C flat, and E flat. And then find your C flat. Now this time, instead of going down 2 half steps, you're just going to go down 1. Now you can see we end up with these kind of 2 crunching together. So oftentimes with the major 7th, you're just going to replace it. So find the name of your chord, C flat, replace it, go down 1, and then you have your C flat on the left hand, and then you have your C flat major 7. So C flat is a bit of a tricky one, so let's do another example of that one, maybe with F. That'd be an easy one. So if we have an F chord and we want to make it an MAJ7, F major 7, just take your F and go down 1/2 step. Okay, and then you have the F major 7. All right, now if you need any more help with any of those 7th chords, do go back to year 1 because we have full lessons on the 7th chords. You know, a whole hour for each one so you can have more practice. But that's some of the ones we're going to come across tonight. All right, I see we have some friends in the chat in our live stream tonight. Marilyn, Massimo, Carmen, and J. Marie are already here. Come on in, guys. All right, now we're going to go right to Created Me a Clean Heart as our song for tonight. It looks deceptively short, but I promise you there is a lot to practice in here. I've got you guys some dominant 7th, minor 7th, major 7th chords. I'm also going to show you a broken left-hand pattern that you can add in if this is a little bit easy and you want to take it to the next level. So we're just going to go through step by step. We're going to go one chord at a time, talk about our fingering, and then we're going to put it together. Oh, and we've got some walk-ups as well. Okay, so we've got quite a few in here. So let's start with G flat on verse 1. Actually, let me play it for you first. You can hear what it sounds like. Create in me a clean heart and purify me, create in me a clean heart, that I may worship thee. Cast me not away from thy presence, please don't take your spirit from me, and restore the joy of salvation, so that I may worship thee. So beautiful song, and there's a lot that we can add to it. So let's just go step by step. We're going to start with our right hand. The right hand's getting most of the work in this one today, until we add in our extra stuff at the end there. So we're going to start with G flat root position. Again, go back to year 2, lesson 49 for that inversion chart we'll be referencing. And it's going to show you the easiest way to get from chord to chord. So G flat root position is all black notes. Create in me C flat. So that's going to be our right there. Okay, 3 of those. Clean. Now clean, B flat major, it does not normally fit in G flat. Okay, so normally we would see B flat minor in this key. So just change it to a major. So put your thumb on F, B flat, and D, not D flat. So on your inversion chart, you'll see this one, but B flat, major, okay? And then it is a 7th chord, so we're gonna find our B flat. Now, it isn't an inversion, but that's okay. Find your B flat and go down 2 half steps. Add the A flat. All right, so that's the easiest way. So if you want to write that down, F, A flat, B flat, and D on the word clean. So create in me a clean. See how it's much easier to get there in your hand. Clean heart. All right, so now the E flat minor, I'm going to use my inversion chart. I have G flat, B flat, and E flat. And to make it a 7, I'm going to find my root, which is E flat, the name of my chord. I'm going to go down 2 half steps and add in the D flat. Okay, so there I've got, so I'm going from my B7 up to the E flat minor 7. So that's a little tricky, and then we have A flat minor 7 right after it. So this little section, the B flat 7, E minor 7, A minor 7, you might need to practice that, but write them down. So E flat minor 7, we have G flat, B flat, D flat, E flat, all black notes. Okay, then we're gonna go and purify A flat minor. So that's in root position, A flat, C flat, and E flat. The C flat is just a B. Find your A flat, go down 2 half steps. That'll give you your 7. So we have G flat, A flat, C flat technically, and E flat. Okay, and purify me. And then we go back to the G flat. That B flat is on the left hand, so G flat on the right hand, and just a B flat note. So nice and slow, let's take a look at that. Again, the concept is easy, muscle memory maybe not. Create in me a clean heart and purify me. Okay, so that's probably the trickiest part of the song with the 7s, and we're jumping around quite a bit. Okay, and then we're going to go up to C flat major, just a regular C flat. Purify me. We're not going to worry about the walk up yet, just play a D flat. Okay, and then we're going to go on the third line is actually the same as the first line. Okay, so I'm going to play that again. G flat, create in me, C flat again. A clean, oops, where am I? Sorry. Clean. There's your B flat 7. E minor 7. And then again, that A flat minor right after it. So if you learn those muscle memories, that will help you. Okay, so that I may, now we're going to go to our D flat 7. So find your D flat chord first. So F, A flat, and D flat. Find your D flat, go down 2 half steps to that B. All right, and you end up with D flat 7. So F, A flat, B, call it C flat if you want, and D flat. Worship thee. So again, let's just practice that for a few days. So nice and steady, and then we'll go over to the chorus and I'll show you some options there. So here we go. Create in me a clean heart and purify me. Purify me. Create in me a clean heart so that I may worship thee. Again, don't worry about the walk up, but we're going to jump right over to the chorus. Cast me not. All right, now this one on the chorus, I added in some major 7 chords. Again, if you Google it, this is not what you're going to find. But of course, we want to take something that's a little bit simple and just add a little bit to practice, okay? And it sounds nice. So on the chorus, I'm going to focus on major 7 chords. Now remember, these ones we're only moving 1 half step. So C flat regular is like this, and then to make it a major 7, we find our C flat and we're going to go down 1 to the B flat. So for C flat major, write that down, is G flat, B flat, and E flat. That's with the C flat major 7. And then you play your C flat on the left hand, and it makes this really pretty jazz chord. So cast me not, crunch, 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 okay? Cut away. All right, now if we go to the G flat major 7, find your G flat first, so just regular root position G7. Find your G flat note, go down 1 half step, and we end up with this F. So F, B flat, and D flat in the right hand, G flat in the left hand, and it'll give us all the notes of the G flat major 7 chord. Okay, I want you to take special note of that because in the rest of the chorus, I didn't write it down because I didn't want it to get too clunky. But anytime we have this little combination, this C flat and the G flat, you can go ahead and make those major 7s as well. Okay, so right here as well, we have another one, and G flat like this. Okay, so we have kind of these 3 lines that repeat itself over and over. You can see the pattern: G flat, C flat, G flat, D flat, C flat, C flat. They're all kind of repeating itself. So if you want to, and again, you don't even have to do the major 7s here. That's just the color that we're adding in. The song itself, you can just play C flat and G flat. It sounds lovely, but it's a nice color. So once we get line 1, we can go ahead and repeat that 3 times and just change the words. So, cast me not away from thy presence. Repeat. Please don't take, I'm playing the major 7s. Clear, oh, yep, nope, wrong. From me. And restore, so then move your there. The joy of, sorry, I messed it up. And restore, there we go. The joy of salvation. Excuse me. And then the ending's a little bit different. So that I, C flat, may worship. So D flat, find your D flat, go down 2, D flat 7, worship thee. All right, so let's do that nice and slow, just the chorus. Cast me, and then we find our C flat, go down 1, not away from thy presence. Repeat it. Please don't take your spirit from me, and really pretty. Now, that's probably more than enough for a lot of you watching on the channel today, because G flat is new, right? But if you're coming back to this, or if you already play in G flat, I'm going to give you a little bit of a challenge tonight. We have the walk-ups, and we have a new left-hand pattern. Well, kind of new. We've done it in 4/4, but I don't think we've done it in 3/4 before. We're just going to break up our chord using the 1, the 5th, and the 1. So, for example, if we're in the key of C, our left hand is going to play the root with our thumb and our pinky, and then our pointer finger is going to play the 5th note of the chord, which is the G. So if it was a C major chord, it would be like this. So we're just rolling it. So C slash slash, for example. Okay, so if we wanted to do that in G flat, we would play our G flat major on the right hand, G flat on our pinky and our thumb, and then our pointer finger goes on the 5th of the chord. Now, what is the 5th of the chord? If you're playing root position, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's the 5th note of your scale. So basically, whatever your pinky is playing in root position is what that special note would be. And it should be right in the middle, okay? So that's D flat, like that. So create in. So you have 3 notes, and you have 3 groups of 3, because we're in 3/4. Most of the song you'll see 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There's a couple spots it doesn't, but I'll talk about what to do there. Okay, so let's try that. Create in me. Now for C flat, you're gonna have C flat, G flat, and C flat again. Me. B flat, you're gonna have B flat, F, and B flat. Clean. E flat minor, you're gonna have E flat, B flat, and E flat. Hard. And then A flat minor, you're gonna have A flat, E flat, A flat. Purify. Now on the slash chord, the easiest way would be to just ignore the slash chord. Just pretend it's a G flat. Me. Okay, but if you wanted to do the slash chord, what you could do is B flat, G flat, and B flat. Okay, so there's a little bit of theory behind that, but that's your other option. So that's on the G flat over B flat. You could go 1, 2, 3. Okay, or 1, 2, 3. Both of those would be correct. So and purify me. And then C flat again, purify, and then D flat, me. Now on the walk up, we're just going to use our scale. We're going to go D flat, E flat, F, me, create, and then we get back to the G flat. So D flat, slash, slash on the yellow part there. D flat, slash, slash. So and purify me, purify me, create. See how nice that is? Me, create. And then on 8, create. And then we're back to our rolling. Create in me a clean, clean heart, so that I may worship thee. Now on this walk up, we're just again going to follow the scale. G flat, A flat, B flat. So that's right here. So G flat on the left hand, and then A flat on the left hand, and then B flat right here, and then we land on C flat together. So that where am I? Sorry. I may worship thee. Cast me not. Pretty. Now when we get to the chorus, even though it's C flat major 7, the left hand still just would do the C flat and the 5th. So don't worry about the major 7 stuff. That's only on the right hand for right now. Cast me not away from thy presence. Now there's a couple of spots here where I've added in chords just to give us movement, but we don't actually need them. So I'm just going to cross them out. This G flat, we can continue playing the D flat, and it's going to be harmonically correct. So if you wanted to do this rolling pattern, I would suggest get rid of these 2 G flats, and that way you have groups of 3 for everything. Okay, so let's try that. Cast me, where am I? Not away key again. Please don't take your spirit from me and restore the joy of salvation so that I may worship thee. And you'll notice I'm not playing every one on my right hand. I'm not going, cast me not away from, because our left hand's kind of doing the rhythm. So you don't have to do each one on the right hand. You can hold it if you want. Cast me, where am I? Not away from thy presence. Please don't take your spirit from me. So it's a big challenge, but it's fun. Restore the joy of my salvation. Okay, so that's a little challenge there. So let's do that all together, nice and slow. I'll do the rolling pattern, and then I'll also do the walk up. So that gives you some left hand challenge as well, okay? Create in me a clean heart and purify me, create in me a clean heart so that I may worship thee. Cast me not away from thy presence. Please don't take your spirit from me and restore the joy of salvation so that I may worship thee. All right, so lots of fun on that one and a lot of different steps. So start with just the right hand, regular chords, then add in your seventh chords on the right hand, and then go ahead and add in long notes on the left hand. Then you can try one of those patterns on the left hand, and you've got lots of things to practice there on the key of G flat. Now, if you are looking for more video lessons and you're looking to take your lessons to the next level, I would highly recommend that you check out our premium membership. Now, this is new as of this year. If you go over to our website, thegospelmethod.com, the premium membership is a very low monthly cost where you can sign up annually and save even more. But what this is going to have is a Q&A session on Zoom once a month to ask any questions about any of the information. It's going to have 4 video lessons each month with a PDF handout, and these are multi-level handouts. Some of them are in different keys. Some of them have multi-levels. Again, we talk about things that we don't do on the channel so much. It's kind of the next level. So like fills and runs and more left-hand patterns and how to add chords to songs and how to take a beginner song and make it more fancy and things like that. So it's just all different things. So there's 4 different topics each month with a handout, multi-pages. And then there is a library that you can access as well with all different songs. And these, when you click on them, will have all 12 keys. So you can practice, your favorite songs in all the keys to practice all of your scales. So be sure to check that out. Again, that's new this month. We just launched it in September, so you can go over to thegospelmethod.com and check out some of our, like I said, you can do month to month or you can pick an annual package and take your lessons to the next level. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you have any questions, put it down in the comment. We have 1 lesson left on our live stream for year 2, and then you guys can take a look out. We're going to have some new things coming in the channel for year 3. We're going to be totally changing things up a little bit, so be sure to check that out and join us next week for our last live session of year 2. We're going to finish the key of G flat, and we're going to learn a song, one of my favorite songs, Just Right for a Miracle. So have a great night, everybody, and we'll see you next week. Bye. Miracle. So have a great night, everybody, and we'll see you next week. Bye.